Good morning. My name is Tom Reynolds. I am the Dean of the Graduate School at UNC Charlotte, and it is my very great pleasure to welcome you all here this morning for the new graduate student orientation and also to welcome you to UNC Charlotte. We have a program planned for you today that I hope you will find informative and useful as you get started on your program of studies. We realize, however, that this orientation is not like a vaccination. You're not going to know everything you need to know to get through your career. So I think one of the important things you should take away today are what are those resources and sources of information that are available to you as you go through your career here. Certainly, I want to point out that the graduate school is here to support you. The office itself is located over in Cato Hall, which is on the easternmost side of campus. We're on the second floor, and so I invite you to stop by if you have a chance, and certainly not all of you at once, but I'd be happy to talk to you at any time. Actually, that's a good point. Every Monday from 1 to 2 o'clock, I do have an open office hour. So if you have any questions or just want to talk, that's a time where you don't even need to make an appointment. Just come by, and I'll be happy to chat with you. My role here this morning is going to be relatively brief. I did want to have an opportunity to say hello and welcome, but I also wanted to give you a little background about the university and the graduate school. The University of UNC Charlotte has its roots as an education center that was established in 1946 for returning veterans from World War II. The educational center was located at the old Central High School, where Central Piedmont is located today. After 3 years, the state decided to close those education centers, but our founder, Bonnie Cohn, lobbied the legislature to have them establish a 2-year college, Charlotte College. Charlotte College then became the forerunner of UNC Charlotte, and that's why we're called, since it's 1949, the 49ers. It's not because Highway 49 runs next to the university. It's because we were founded in 49. So the Charlotte College remained there. In 1961, Charlotte College actually moved to this location, 1,000 acres, a whole lot more space than was allocated around the Central High School. 1965, Charlotte College became the University of North Carolina at Charlotte, and was a 4-year granting institution. 1969, we started offering master's programs. So we had some master's programs in education, but the graduate school itself was not established until 1985 with the foundation, or with the appointing of the founding dean of the graduate school at that point. At that stage, there were about 1,000 graduate students, and we offered master's programs only. And as such, this university was classified as a master's comprehensive. Now, comprehensive refers to the fact that we also offer a variety of professional programs: engineering, business, health, education. So that's why it's a master's comprehensive. 1994, we established our first doctoral programs. First 3 that were founded in 94 were PhD in electrical engineering, PhD in mechanical, PhD in math, applied mathematics. At that point, we had an entering class of 8 students. If you fast forward to today, we now have we anticipate enrolling 5,400 graduate students. By the time the smoke clears on census this fall, that will be a record number of graduate students. So you are part of the largest class of graduate students ever to attend UNC Charlotte. We offer 65 master's programs and 23 doctoral programs. I think it's also important to say not only do we get students here, but we graduate students and graduate students in a really fine manner. Last year, we graduated almost 1,700 graduate students, including 121 doctoral students. Also, I have to tell you that our time to degree for both the master's program and the doctoral programs, and graduation rates are some of the best in the nation. So you're in good hands here, and we're glad to have you here. This growth is important to the university because with this growth in graduate education, we are now classified as a doctoral granting research university. Now, great universities can be known by the quality of their undergraduate programs or by their professional degrees, but research universities are known by the quality not only of the research that's conducted at the university, but also by the quality of the graduate programs that's educating and training the future scholars, entrepreneurs, researchers, leaders in their respective disciplines. So you all are the engine that drives this university as a research university, and we are very, very glad that you have decided to continue your higher education here. So with that, I'm going to turn the microphone over to Associate Dean, Dr. Catherine Hall Hertel, and I'll leave you with welcome to UNC Charlotte, and we wish you the very best of success while you're here and beyond. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Catherine Hall Hertel. I'm Associate Dean in the Graduate School, and I'd like to add my welcome to that of Dean Reynolds. And as you can see on the screen behind me, we have instructions for you to download the app for the guidebook for the orientation. It's called Niner Destination. It's really important that you download this, not just for today's schedule, which is included, but because there's all kinds of information, resources, links, etc., that you may use throughout your time at UNC Charlotte. So I think you'll find it really helpful, so I encourage you to download it. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. So, the Graduate School is here to help you throughout your matriculation in your program. We want you to be successful. And the idea is for you to thrive while you're here. And there are different elements of thriving in graduate school. It's important that you take ownership for your success and that you use the resources that are available to you. There's no doubt that at some point in your program you will stumble. That's part of learning. But we want you to develop a resiliency so that you can grow with your program and overcome challenges. It's important, in addition to mastering the academics, that you get engaged with your fellow students and with the institution as a whole. You'll find that that will help you develop deeper learning and become an expert in your discipline, which is the goal. But to be successful, you have to know the rules of the game. And there are many of them in graduate school. I'm only going to touch on a couple that I think are very important and will apply to most of you. So one of the important policies in graduate school is this concept of satisfactory progress. Unlike undergraduate education, where you're primarily assessed by your grades and courses, in graduate school, courses are one part of the overall puzzle. So you need to do well throughout and maintain a 3.0 GPA, and C grades are really not expected or acceptable in graduate school. So most programs limit the number of C grades you're allowed to get. In addition, most of your programs will have different kinds of assessments or benchmarks or milestones. And it's important that you take these seriously. If you read the handbook for your program, you'll understand the expectations for those ahead of time, and that could be really useful to you in succeeding. Another important concept that's important to undergrads, but even more so at the graduate level, is the idea of academic integrity. We really value the intellectual property of our students, the contributions they're making to the field. So it is very important that you really understand the rules around plagiarism or cheating or falsification of data, because you are expected to have a stronger understanding of these concepts than our undergrads have. And the consequences for violating any of these can be very serious. So I encourage you to read the academic integrity policy and understand how it applies to you as a graduate student. The last concept I want to highlight is the idea of finding a good academic mentor. So even though you're beginning your program now, this is your opportunity to talk to faculty in your program, to find out who's considered to be a really strong mentor in your field, and begin developing those relationships. The catalog will give you more detail on all the additional policies. It is considered the record for the graduate school, so it's important that you consult that if you have questions. Now, in addition to academic rules and policies, we have a lot of resources to help you be successful. As I mentioned, the graduate catalog is a source of record, so you should check it if you have questions. There's a link for it there. You can find it on the website. We also have a system called DegreeWorks. Now, how many of you used DegreeWorks at your previous institution? Okay, so a handful of you. DegreeWorks is a degree audit tool. It's based on the curriculum for your program, and it shows you what you have to take, what you have taken, and gives you a sense of your academic progress. So it's important that you check your audit every semester. If you have something that needs to be changed in your audit, maybe you're substituting a course or something like that, you'll need to do that through an academic petition. Now, the catalog, DegreeWorks, and the academic petitions, as well as many other things, are available to you through your student portal, which is myuncc.edu. So if you haven't already found that, please make sure that you log in and look at some of the resources that are available to you. Now, there are a lot of non-academic resources available as well, because for most of you, in order to be competitive in the job market, you're going to need to have skills that go beyond just the content knowledge you learn in your discipline. So we're lucky that we have a Center for Graduate Life at UNC Charlotte, and we offer all kinds of resources, like credit-bearing courses for research, teaching, or writing. We have a number of different kinds of workshops where you can develop competencies in different skill areas, and all kinds of support. So if you're doing a thesis or dissertation, you can come see the Center for Graduate Life to get some support with that project as well. Now, all of the resources in the Center for Graduate Life are really designed to help you be competitive, right? We want you to leave here and get the career of your dreams. But we also have a University Career Center that provides different supports for students. And the director is Dr. Patrick Madsen. So I'm going to ask him to come up and tell you a little bit about the center.
Good morning, everybody. Oh, that's boring. Good morning, everybody. You're back in school. My name's Patrick. I'm with the Career Center. Now, let me just tell you, because I got 2 minutes to tell you all about resumes. No, I'm just kidding. Every university, every college has a career center. They all do resumes. They all help you with the interview skills. They all have jobs posted. They all have career fairs. We have that, but we just do it better than everybody else. We have a career fair that's specific for you all. But I'm going to tell you this, and later on today I'm going to have a flash talk to go more in detail around career branding. This place has a strong career center, but it's up to you to actually use it. So make sure you look at our website to see all the various things that we have, and make sure to join us next week with our Career Carnival. Why not start the school year off in a very fun way? All right? Thank you very much.
Now, we always get questions from graduate students about funding. And that makes sense because graduate school is not a capricious endeavor. It can be expensive, and you're committing a lot to come to graduate school. If you're interested in an assistantship, which is essentially a student job, it may be related to your discipline, you should first talk to your department and see if they have any assistantships available. We do have some administrative assistantships. You can look on the graduate school website as well as the Student Employment Office to see what might be available to you. But you should also check our university scholarship portal to see if you are eligible for any scholarships or fellowships. They're usually awarded in the spring semester, but you should certainly take a look, and it will match you with things that might be applicable. Talk to your graduate advisor. Ask them to nominate you for different awards and competitions. That's another way of seeking funding. And your last option should be loans. I know for some of you that's a reality, and you should talk to our Office of Financial Aid about your loans. So we've gotten through academic policy. We've talked about resources briefly. I want to talk a little bit about the importance of you getting engaged with the university and with the community. We're lucky that we have Graduate Life Fellows here from different colleges, graduate students with a little experience who can serve as ambassadors and peer mentors. I'm going to ask them to stand up and wave to everybody. So you'll see them throughout the day. They're on different panels. They'll be giving you directions. And these are folks who can answer questions for you about all sorts of things. They also put together programs throughout the year and social events. We have a welcome reception coming up next week, I believe. And I think you would really benefit from engaging with them on some of those activities. We're also lucky at UNC Charlotte that we have a separate graduate and professional student government. And I'm going to invite Taylor Valley, your GPSG president, up to tell you a little bit about it.
Good morning, fellow 49ers. Welcome to UNC Charlotte. My name is Taylor Valley, and I was recently elected to serve as your president of the Graduate and Professional Student Government for this upcoming year. You can call us GPSG for short. I do know that's a mouthful. 1 year ago today, I was sitting in that seat right over there, and I remember looking at everyone around me and started to think, wow, what exactly am I doing here in graduate school? That excitement that I felt, it quickly turned to anxiety, and I started feeling like I might not belong here. You know, how exactly did an auto body mechanic from West Virginia end up in graduate school? It's a good question. Well, colleagues, I'm still here, and that's because I was welcome here. And I want to let you all know that you are welcome here too. See, feeling welcome isn't just about friendly faces and good food, but we do have plenty of that here at UNC Charlotte. It's about a special connection that you can build with your community that goes beyond our shared experiences and our personal interests. As graduate students, we build our bonds through shared values, like the belief that by opening our minds, facing new challenges, we will be able to lead the world into a new age of global peace and development. Humanity is facing substantial global challenges that no one person, industry, or country can solve on their own. In this crowd, I can see the future leaders who are eager to work together to overcome these challenges and ensure a better future for everyone. No matter where you come from, no matter what your background is, we all have a role in solving these problems. And the journey you started today will leave you with the tools you need to contribute to solving those challenges. So the Graduate and Professional Student Government was founded in 1998 to represent the specific needs of graduate students. As graduate students at UNC Charlotte, you are all members of GPSG by default. Today, GPSG allocates over $120,000 to graduate students and organizations for travel, events, and operational expenses. The GPSG Senate provides direct representation to graduate students and their organizations by hosting regular open meetings. I encourage all of you to learn more about the graduate student organizations here at UNC Charlotte. There's over 30 of them, lots to choose from, and reach out into these new communities. If there's not an organization that fits your interests, start one. GPSG is here to help you make these new skills and enable your abilities. Charlotte's a city of leaders, so let's step up, let's try something new. So this year, GPSG is focusing on reforming some of the processes that we have to create more ways for graduate students to get involved, receive funding, and represent UNC Charlotte in the research community around the world. As one of the fastest growing universities in the UNC system, GPSG will advocate for fair and accessible graduate funding levels for all students. GPSG will host and co-sponsor dozens of engaging events throughout this year. So please go to our website, that's gpsg.uncc.edu, and learn more about how you can get involved in these events and different leadership positions. You'll find GPSG at the Resource Fair today at 11:30, so please stop by if you have any questions or ideas. We'd be happy to talk with you and share some of our experiences. So in closing, I want to welcome all of you at UNC Charlotte. To the North Carolinians and native Charlotteans, you are welcome here. To the students who came from all over the United States to study at this institution, you are welcome here. Over 40% of you today took a giant leap that I can't even possibly imagine and came here from over 23 different countries. I want to welcome you to Charlotte. I want to welcome you to the United States. You are welcome here. I look forward to sharing our cultures and expanding our horizons and our perspectives. I wish you all the best in your first year here at UNC Charlotte. May your journey be challenging, rewarding, and lead us all to a brighter future. Many of us are only here for a short time, so let's make the most of it. Thank you.
Thanks, Taylor. So, we're just about wrapped up here, but we have a lot of information and more to share with you throughout the day. So if you will look on your schedule, the next item are the Key to Success panels by degree level. So you can see where you need to go for your particular panel. After that, we have a campus resource fair, which will have representatives from a variety of offices on campus. So if you have specific questions about anything, you can probably find an answer at the resource fair. Then we'll have lunch. If you have a black dot on your name tag, your lunch is in the Lucas room, which is on this floor. If you do not have a dot, your lunch is downstairs and after hours. We'll have people to direct you, but we have the food broken up that way, so make sure you go to the right spot to get your lunch. Okay? I hope you have a terrific day. We know you won't remember everything, but hopefully you'll know where to go when you have questions. Thank you and welcome once again.